Hi, I'm Alessandro. I love fish and listen to my set because otherwise it's gonna like kill me or stuff like that. It's cruising.
Because we are not driving but cruising.
Nice, let's go, let's cruise.
familiar most of the time. Do I know me? Do I know me? I find myself familiar most of the time.
best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I want money, that's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, you know.
We need to leave the crib because they're gonna kidnap us.
Ah, okay, yeah, sure. That was the interview.
That's the interview. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was nice to see you again.
I'm okay.
It's good to know that you are okay, Gregory.
You can start.
So, Alessandro, it's been a while that we haven't seen each other, huh?
Some years, yeah.
Some
Yeah,
years.
you were living in Berlin, and then you left. You came to Poland, and you started doing crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff,
Yeah.
you know, like you live in the artistic capital of the planet and you just produce music in the basement, and then you come to Poland and you
bloom.
bloom like a flower. Cool.
That's good,
But
man.
thank you so much for coming. It's a big pleasure to have you here in our old Mercedes.
I love it.
How do you rate the project? You like the vibe?
It's super nice. I like it. I also, it's nice because also like I saw many people around, like, you know, watching in the car while I was playing, and they were, you know, smiling, and that's good because, you know, so many people go home and then like, oh, what I saw today,
Yeah.
like there was this people playing. No, you can inspire other people to do
Exactly.
something in the city, you know?
When this idea started, we had a kind of intention to start something new. Recording a DJ set in a car it's not like a Albert Einstein idea, you know. It's nothing new on the planet, but it's fresh in Poland.
Yeah, but recording a DJ set with a console that it's bigger than the car, it's an Einstein idea, guys. I don't know how you set
Polish-
it up.
it's
like
Polish
with
NASA. It's
with
Polish
void
NASA.
and stuff. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like the void system here is something new.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourself.
What can you say about your set? Because we really enjoyed it with Gregory. It sounded like music, like
sounded
not
like music, yeah.
not like club music or club tracks, but music.
But you know, it's like probably because I don't know what happened. Like I started with a remix of mine that need to come out, and then like the first 2 or 3, 4 tracks, it's like tracks that I would play at the club, and then I don't know, I had this shift because I saw the people around with the car and watching inside and stuff. Then being in the car, I felt that it should have been a little bit more like radio music, more like trip music, you know, music to go on a trip.
Like maybe a bit poppy in a good meaning, you know.
Yeah, like indie, like you
Indie,
know,
yeah.
like now there is the indie dance, there is but like indie in that kind of way, because I think it's being in a car, I felt like, you know, the environment of good vibes.
When I interview other people, I ask them similar question. What's your intention? What was your idea? What was your plan for the set? And basically when you play in the club, you can observe people. You work with the crowd is working with you.
Yeah.
So then there is this kind of energy exchange. And in the car, it's like, okay, I am here alone.
Yeah.
These 2 Polish guys are like talking about some bullshit.
They're
and
bringing me somewhere we don't know.
but the weather was beautiful, especially the sunset.
The sunset,
we see.
yeah, was really, really good. There was the rain at a certain point, like a storm. I don't know, maybe I put the wrong
It sounds like a
song.
love story.
I mean, everything happened during the set.
When we met, you just moved to Berlin because of 𝗱𝗶𝗃𝗶𝗃, as I remember.
Yeah.
Then you joined 𝗱𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Yes.
You had a lot of successful releases in Poker Flat.
No, I haven't. I never released on Poker Flat actually.
So wait, where you released that track with Cookies?
I get physical.
Okay, my mistake.
Yeah, no worries. But I got once like a request for Poker Flat, but it was around my Still for Talent album, and you know, talking with the Still for Talent team, it wasn't like I don't know, like a good idea to release a remix during the release of the album.
Yeah, just to focus on your stuff.
But I regret not releasing on Poker Flat because I really like and respect the label. Yes.
Legends.
Yeah.
Legends. Most of my life, I was representing this kind of mainstream in underground club scene. When you talk about business, exchanges, then I went to some festivals in the forests.
Okay.
Like Totem Festival, Garbage Festival, Day Zero in the jungle. So I
went to Day Zero?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
as a guest, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because they take you in the bus, you go to the jungle, and then. So basically, when I went there and I started to observe a lot of these like more natural or like close to nature festivals, I was like, oh, that's the fucking vibe. That's totally different culture. That's totally different people. That's totally different promoters.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe not the same budgets, but still, the vibe is totally different, and people return you that energy you put in a totally different way.
Absolutely.
Which is super nice. That's why I wanted to ask you, like, how all of these like journeys you had impacted on your creative life?
No, I mean, you know, when you go into parties like this or festivals like this, you mentioned garbage. I tell you also, like, here in Poland, it's full of super nice festivals,
Yeah.
like Summer Contrast, for example.
Mystic Creatures, also.
Mystic Creatures. It's all these smaller festival, like smaller than Day Zero, of course. It's like there is a culture behind. There is a community. Like you arrive at the place and you realize that everything is there because some people did it and some people got together and put their effort. A lot of volunteering is in place, and there's a lot of art. You know, there's people. There are art curators, they are decorating the stages, they are putting some art pieces. So whenever you go to festivals like this, like the art pieces you're going to see are probably like very genius, you know? And sometimes, for example, if you go to Africa Burn, you see stuff or technology that's after 2 years, you see it, I don't know, on Instagram, or you see it released and there is a product or becomes a trend. But there it's like you are in the future. Talking about art, you see all this brainstorming of ideas, and it's inspiring to go to places like this, 100%. And then, yes, there is like the spiritual vibe, the community vibe, of course, and that's part of the culture and part of dancing together, like really in a tribal way, almost. You know, that's reconnects.
And then like organic, organic way.
You just go there as you are, you dance. That's it.
What's your plan for the future?
Now I found hopefully a new studio close to my flat, so like beginning of July I'm probably moving in. Nice. So that's really exciting because like
you're gonna be there alone or with other artists?
With Corpino for sure, and then
Corpino.
Ciao Corpino.
Ciao Corpino.
and then maybe I check for a third person to join and to share the place. It's a really nice place with other producer. They are doing completely different kind of music. Also working like in theater music.
Okay,
or
so you can meet
or
musicians that you couldn't met like in Riverside or other projects.
And they're very serious, about what they're doing. Because like in Berlin, easily you can find places that are, you saw the place where I was making music before. The ceiling was 2 meters high, and we were in the underground.
Was like this,
the basement, there was water coming from the ground and stuff. Like this looks like proper, like an adult studio. I'm like, yes.
What do you plan to do in the studio? New music, new album, new releases?
For sure.
What's coming?
For sure, like lots of new music. Like album, I thought about it, but
do you think that it makes sense to make an album right now?
No.
So singles, EPs, or albums?
No, I mean, I think album for sure. If you feel like you have an album, like a concept and everything, it makes sense. It's difficult, to promote. Yeah. But if you have like a really good idea in mind,
like if you're gonna have an idea, you need to follow it.
If you have a good concept, a good idea, and a good, strategy to put it out, then it's good, because like otherwise, if you do an album and you just put it out,
there's too much music.
It's a lot of music, and it can be wasted, because right now, unfortunately, people are listening very fast.
Yeah.
And
start, middle, point, end.
Yeah, it's like, and then so that's why I think releasing an album has to be special. You need to organize. Unfortunately, it's not enough to just do the music. So if you care about it, you need to package it in a nice way.
Deliver in a nice way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I mean, making new music, have lots of new music, and let's see what the future brings.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What's the most poppin' place? Where the the center of the thing's gonna move? Because it's moving all the time.
I don't know. I mean, there were people telling me while I was in Mexico some years ago, they were telling me that Costa Rica would have been the next one, but I think also Thailand for sure. But you know, what I'm thinking is that I'm not really happy of how the things are going, because we saw, you know, that like in Tulum, for example, what happened, that it was like a paradise, you know, and then some people go there and do a party, and they can have such an impact, like this butterfly effect, and then it's full of bars and clubs and stuff, and they're super expensive, and they built like hotels incredibly expensive, and there are certain beaches that the access is like 500 euro or something. This is insane. You know, this is not nice, because like what happens now is that people it becomes oversaturated. People are not going there anymore, and those places are going to be empty, and you destroy the place.
We checked today the article or the statistics, that there was like 20 restaurants closed in Tulum. And you know, I spent there 4 months. Even in November, I went there and I was like, wow, so many new apartments, hotels, and for $100,000 you can get 60, 70 square meters with a swimming pool. What's the point of buying a flat in Warsaw for €250,000?
If you can go there,
and then you go there and basically you understand there is no need for apartments, but mobsters are gonna build them anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So last words from Cioz. Where we can find you, and what would you like to say to our CRUSIN audience?
My next gigs are a little bit in between Spain, now Switzerland. I don't remember right now. I'm really bad with memory, actually. Check my Instagram. I'm sharing my gigs there. You know, like it was a wonderful experience.
Nice.
And
nice
thank
to hear
you.
That. Whenever you're gonna have a next gig in Poland, visit us again.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
It's blue.
Okay, it's blue. No problem.
It's good. Okay. Next time that I have a gig in Poland, I come and meet you, man.
Exactly.
But also you, like when you come to Berlin,
Thank you so much,
I'll show you the studio and stuff.
I hope so. Yes. Okay, 𝗱𝗿𝗶𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗶, pay us the money because we're gonna keep giving Poland.